Hey everybody, how are you doing? House of X, Powers of X is a fantastic X-Men story which resets the X-Men's history and makes a new beginning, initiating the Krakoan age. So what's good about this series is that you don't have to know the history of the X-Men in order to understand and appreciate the story. The two interlocking series House of X and Powers of X completely reset the world of the X-Men by telling this story in a very original way across four distinct timelines: the present, 10 years later, 100 years later, 1000 years later. The story begins with Professor Charles Xavier, who is the founder of the X-Men mutant group, always advocating the ideal concept of mutants and humans should live together in this world in peace with mutual respect. He finds a sentient island called Krakoa and takes the initiative and announces the formation of the sovereign nation of Krakoa, a living island that serves as the new homeland for all mutants. They leverage advanced Krakoan technology to create mutant medication. These medicines extend the average human lifespan by 5 years. They act as a universal antibiotic, curing nearly all infectious diseases. And lastly, this medicine cures severe diseases of the mind, such as Alzheimer's and dementia. So the new nation of Krakoa offers those medicines to the world in exchange for global recognition of their sovereignty. So what happens here is that Charles Xavier always wanted peace and harmony between humans and mutants, but now he demands peace and harmony, so he ends up being assertive in a strong way and takes the necessary steps, initiating a mutant sovereign nation. Professor Xavier sends invitation to every mutant in the planet, including very strong mutants like Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, and Exodus, calling them to join this new mutant nation, be a part of a larger family, on the condition that they will abide by this new mutant nation's rules and be better mutants, because now that they are a nation, they have to get along with humanity. In this story, the comic introduces the biggest secret in X-Men history, the introduction of Moira MacTaggert as a mutant herself. We remember Moira MacTaggert as a human from the original X-Men series, but in this story, she's a mutant. Her unique ability is reincarnation. Every time she dies, she is reborn at the beginning of her life, retaining all knowledge from her previous lives. This is the reason why Xavier embarks on this journey to create a mutant nation, joining forces with Magneto. So we see several of Moira's past lives, demonstrating all the ways mutant kind has failed, including her desperate and ultimately futile partnership with the ancient mutant Apocalypse. Another original and interesting concept of this new storyline is the resurrection protocols. When a mutant dies, that individual is resurrected by a collective of 5 mutants whose combined powers allow them to clone a mutant body. Professor Xavier created a backup of every mutant's psychic structure in the mutant interface Cerebro, and after a deceased mutant's body is recreated, Xavier uses Cerebro to upload this psychic structure to the resurrected mind. This resurrection protocol essentially ends death for the mutant species, transforming them into an immortal collective superpower. The art style is very detailed and spectacular. The design of characters and their costumes are original and interesting. And the ambience of exciting events and action, as well as the dialogues, make an awesome read as a result. This is one of the best X-Men stories you might read. There's everything you would want in this science fiction story: superpowers, time travel, reincarnation, highly evolved entities, superpowered high-tech mutant hunting androids, cosmic beings, space missions, spectacular action, and so on. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.